Shalom. All praises unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Ruach Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And shalom to the hopeful elect Akim that are teaching this word. Shalom Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Ruach Kodash. Now, as you can see here, this is a Rampage Jackson, the former UFC fighter or MMA fighter. And, he's got like a podcast. Everyone's got, these podcasts now, but, these interviews, if you're into, different things, because they got podcasts for everything now. And when you check out these interviews, of like ex-fighters or whoever it might be, dietitians on podcasts, they say interesting things, So anyway, on this podcast, Rampage Jackson, he's got because I've got two video clips I wanted to play, but I'll play this here. He's got Royce Gracie on the panel. One of the Gracie family, and he basically talks about like how he can't remember the last time he was sick, and kind of how his kind of mentality when it comes to food, basically, and he even mentions that he's never eaten McDonald's. They ask him about that. Have you eaten fast food? He said, nah, I've never eaten fast food. Because the Gracies, they've even got like the Gracie diet and things like that. They do like a lot of intermittent fasting, fruits and vegetables. They deal with things like that. I mean, I don't think, maybe not all of them, but I know that is part of you can look it up. There's something called the Gracie diet. But he mentions basically he's never eaten McDonald's. And he says, I don't know what I'm missing. So, if you don't know what you're missing, pretty much it doesn't mean anything to you, because that's like a big deal to people. Because, we grow up in this system. We eat McDonald's. We've eaten McDonald's, KFC, whatever it is, and it's part of, we've eaten it. So it's like we put that in our system. But if you don't ever taste that stuff, you don't know you're not missing anything. Even Jay Cutler, the bodybuilder that used to compete against Ronnie Coleman, he said that. He said when he was competing, he never ever tried KFC. The first time he tried it was years after he finished competing. The reason being is if he liked it, he might binge on it, basically. So let me play this. So lucky, I'm talking a lot, but it just shows you, the point is Babylon is messed up, man. The food's messed up there. It messes people up. That's the other clip I'm gonna play.
Close to him, he said, I said, tell him as soon as he get here that I have a cold. I don't want to get close. So he said, no, I don't want him to get scared to leave. I said, man, he Brazilian. He probably don't even catch colds.
Yeah.
When the last time you had a cold?
Can't remember.
He called it. Yeah. He told me, he's like, bro, they don't even get colds. You're right.
But I don't drink, don't smoke,
nothing.
You see, it's just
when we eat junk food. No,
nope.
Nothing.
You never eat like fast food.
No.
Never had.
I don't think I ever had a McDonald's.
You never had a McDonald's?
Nope. I don't know what I'm missing. I don't want to know what I'm missing.
I wouldn't eat McDonald's.
Yeah, I wouldn't eat it, but In-N-Out for sure.
Nope.
You ever had a pizza?
Yeah. We have pizza, yes. But they said it's not a everyday meal.
Every now and then.
I prefer to skip a meal than eat a junk food.
Wow.
So traveling a lot, I prefer to skip a meal. Breakfast, the first thing gone. It's like I prefer to skip, eat a protein bar instead. So
you've been this way your whole life, huh?
Yep.
How old were you when you first started training jiu-jitsu and everything?
Oh, I think I was.
So that's what he says there. Because even when he said he prefers to skip a meal, pretty much that's like, because I've seen things like that mentioned before. What they do, they like intermittent fasting. Like you just don't eat straight away the first thing, in the morning. Basically, because even the Spartans spoke like that. The Spartans, they got a saying that they never ate, to fully be sufficed. Meaning they never ate to be fully full. They always ate enough where they had enough and they were still light on their feet, basically, because they were in war. And see, Esau, even the way we've been taught to eat is all wrong, man. We've been taught to eat, 4 or 5 huge meals a day and that. That's not good for the body. And then Esau done that by design, all right? Because let me read this here, and then I'm going to read a scripture. Esau's done that by design because the food that for example, in America, he mentioned McDonald's. That's all them corporate chains, man. There's all poison in those foods, especially in the American branches, especially in the products in America, Babylon the Great. So let me read this. Ezekiel 4:13. And the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whether I will drive them. Yeah, so where our people are, we're eating defiled bread among the heathens. You know, in particular Babylon the Great, which is America, man. Even if, for example, even if our people, when our people they're in China and all that, in these countries like China, Japan, they eating defiled because they're eating shark meat, they're eating all kind of abominable shit, man. You know, over here in the UK, a lot of our people eat pork. It's all defiled, man. In America, even America, for example, the thing is, also even the lawful foods in this system are defiled. Like a lot of the pork, the chicken's laced with pork and all kind of shit, man. There's all kind of poisons in the bread, especially in particular in Babylon the Great, man. All right, we know that over here in Europe, you know, obviously different parts of Europe's different because even I'm not gonna, I'll say it because even when we went up to Holland, the food over there is kind of somewhat different, you know, than what it is over here in England. It's crazy because some of the brothers, you look at them, you're like, when you see them in person, it's like they're built, they look solid and strong. I'm like, whoa, this food must be better here. They look solid and strong. It's crazy. It's mad. It's hard to explain, you know, it's hard to explain. But them brothers look solid. When you see them in person, a lot of them Holland brothers, they look solid, man. I'm like, whoa, the food's better here. And even when we went there, the food, it tasted better there. I'm like, I mean, you know, food's defiled everywhere. But we do know there are places that are better, basically. Like, for example, America is totally defiled, man. And the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, wherever I will drive them. All right? So wherever we are, our people are just catching hell, even from the food we eat. Now, America, I'm saying this because in this clip here that I got, this is from the channel Arrows of Indignation 144, I believe the channel is. I'm subscribed to the brother's channel, and he uploads good clips, man. He uploads good clips of you know, what's going on in the world, basically. And in this clip, look what the top thing says: American food kills you. This is like a TikTok, and this young woman here, she's 19 and she's got ovarian cancer, man. You know, and I think she even mentions it that basically there's ingredients there's products in America that are designed to give women ovarian cancer, and they put it in like the drinks and the food and that. So they do different things. They got products that affect women a certain way, products that affect men a certain way, and it's all in the food. So lucky, I'm gonna get more into the scriptures, but there was one video I even saw with a woman in Italy. An American woman went to Italy and she compared the Fanta drink in America to Italy. And in Italy, the Fanta drink has like the drink Fanta. We all know the drink Fanta. It's got like actual orange in it, and then it's got like carbonate water. It's got like poison in it, but it does have real orange in it also. But then over there in America, the whole ingredient list at the back of the Fanta was just all abominable products. There was no actual orange in it or nothing. It was all chemicals, showing you the difference. So let me play this here.
How do you feel like this country keeps you
I don't want to hear this. I want to hear.
this is the clip. In Europe is made from.
So lucky, this is the clip. And this is all from the brother's channel, Arrows of Indignation, right? Because, you know,
I can't see it in a long time. Like, it makes me how they're making us sick. And why Americans are fat and Europeans are slender. Why? Because while we think we might have the same food, we actually have different, shittier food. I'm going to give you a concrete example. This is Fanta. Fanta in Europe is made from sugar, carbonated water, and real orange. In the US is all fake shit, all artificial, all bad for your health. In Europe, this is basically watered down real orange juice with carbonated water. In the US is all fake shit with artificial colors that are bad for you and also known to create ADHD in children. Strange. This may be a bit controversial.
this is the one I wanted to also play. So there you go. She said it. There's ingredients in the Fantas in America that is known to cause ADHD to children. You know, a land is wicked and evil and you know that all goes back to like the elite banking family. That's they make you sick because it's all business, man. They're making you sick. That's all. The Rockefellers was all into that. The medical industry, they controlled all of that. All right, and they set it in motion where they set it to where people are going to be made sick basically, and then go to their medical industries for help, where they basically give you those drugs. All right, the drugs in the pharmaceutical industry. All right, so it's all by design, man. Because America is what? Babylon the Great, all right, scripturally. So let me play.
Maybe not. Since I was diagnosed, me and my mom have been putting in research about food and
How the hell is a 19? I mean, it's, to be honest, even when you see this, the video, it's like sad, man. It's like sad, you know? This is the world we're in. I mean, we got to hold it together and curse this kingdom out. But it's fucking sad, man. You got people, these elites have just been profiting off of the misery of the people of the earth, man. In particular, the Israelites, Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man. They've been profiting off of misery, man. Making you ill, killing us. You know, and mainly by the food also, the food industry.
we should do now that I have cancer, how I should manage my diet, what water I should drink. So we have completely cut off carbs, sugar, we cut off meats, and I'll tell you why. We even switched the water I'm on to an alkaline-based water. I think me being on this diet is helping a lot with chemo. It's been like a really bad couple of days, but it's getting better. But getting to the controversial part, I think if I wasn't living in America, I wouldn't have cancer. Now, you might be asking, how did you come to that conclusion? So we know carbs and sugar feeds cancer, so of course that's why we're going to cut that out. But why are we cutting out the meats? In America, all of our food compared to other countries, I don't know if there are others that do this too, all of our food is processed and pumped full of hormones. The type of cancer I have, ovarian cancer, is a hormonal cancer. It also feeds on hormones. And what is pumped full of hormones? You guessed it, meat in America. My brother is currently in Iraq visiting family, seeing how the place is, and he's loving it. And he was just telling me how the food there is in such small portions compared to the food we serve here, and yet he gets so full and he's losing weight. He's healthy there. And this guy has like allergies to every little thing on earth. I'm exaggerating, but still. My mom also told me that when she was in Turkey, she would eat the same foods that we'd have here, but over there, her blood sugar never went high. It was always healthy. She got to eat whatever the fuck she wanted. Everything she ate never raised her blood pressure. She never had an issue with her diabetes, but the minute she came home to eat food, it was haywire. She's weak. She's in a bad state. It's just horrible. In America, we specialize a lot more with medicine, like with cancer and heart disease.
That's because the medical industry is a big racket, man. So they make the people sick so you can go to that big racket, man. Then that was all through the Rockefeller family. They got rid of holistic doctors. You see what she said? She said her mum was in Turkey on holiday eating, and she ate anything. She ate what she eats in America. So I'm assuming burgers, fries, whatever. And she said that her blood sugar levels didn't even spike up. But as soon as she got back to America, back to the same old grind, she got sick. That just showing you how messed up that land is. And it's showing you, we know what Mystery Babylon is, the mother of harlots. That's America, man. That's Babylon. The most wicked place that the Lord ever allowed to be ruled over, which by the Edomites, by the way, but the most wicked kingdom there's ever been, man. This is the only system that there's ever been where they've destroyed the air, the food people eat. You see? You know? This is what these so-called white people have done. They're wicked elite, shall I say, you know? But all of these Edomites, this is their system. This is their world, man. All right? But really, these wicked elites. Now, the elite families, Isaiah 29 and 15. Let me read this here. Isaiah 29 and 15. It says, woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark. And they say, who seeth us, and who knoweth us? Surely you're turning of things upside down. Yeah, that's talking about the wicked elites. It says, woe unto you, meaning destruction unto you that seek deep to hide to hide their counsel from the Lord. And because they've done everything in secrecy. But now, even through this internet, like for example, that woman, that girl that was just speaking, people can just make videos on the YouTube and TikTok and whatnot and just reveal what's going on over there in Babylon. Truth's coming out, basically. And then on top of that, you got the men of the Lord teaching the scriptures, the intricacies, the truth of the Bible as to really what's going on. But all these other things are interesting and important. It's all biblical. The way the food is in this world, you know, the way they've destroyed people's minds, the poisons they're putting in the air, the poisons they're putting in the drinks. I mean, they said one thing in America, they said that thing in Babylon. What did that woman say? In Italy, she said, oh, they're putting things in drinks that are giving young boys ADHD. And you wonder why in America, you got fucking school shootings and young kids running up in schools, killing people. The people's brains all over the place, man, through these drugs. You got men and women, young men and women, and even older with severe depression because of the food. Severe depression, killing themselves and shit, man. So that land is fully engulfed in witchcraft, man. All right, and then when they're getting sick, they run into those hospitals, which are nothing but fucking death squads, man. Those hospitals, man. Hospitals are nothing but death squads, man. All right, the Lord, we know if we got to deal with things like that, the Lord willing be with us. But we know what's going on, man. But look, woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark. Their works are in the dark, yeah, because for years the Illuminati, they've worked behind the scenes. But now their dirt's coming up, and they say who seeth us and who knoweth us. But who's seen them all these years is who? The Lord, man. The angels have been there all along, marking everything down, man. All right, and now all the wickedness of these elites is coming out. All right, because there's only so long you can damage and hurt people until there's a backlash, and they know that. And this is what's happening now in the world. The truth's coming out on these Edomites, beginning with their elites. Truth's coming out on the Bible, who the Lord is. That's a video for another time. But who the Lord, what he really looks like, all this is a part of it. All right, that he's a so-called black man. His name's Yahweh Shai. All this is coming out, man. The man of sin, as we say, is being revealed. Now, the Rockefeller family, what they did was they basically got into the medical industry, and they cut off all holistic doctors, people that will heal. We know what holistic doctors are. Herbs, man, basically. Men that deal with herbs. All right, which is scriptural. You pray to the Lord and you deal with the herbs. And prayer. It's the Lord's got to be with you, because you can eat you can eat all the best things in the world, bro, but still be sick. So the Lord's got to be with you. But what the Rockefellers did is they got rid of all these herbal doctors, holistic men. They got rid of them, and then they set up the school industry where if you want to learn how to be medicine, you have to come to their schools. So all these university students, all a hoax, man. You're going to be indoctrinated, man. You're going to be the next line of doctors, which means falsifiers, man. They're nothing but lesser luminaries, these doctors, man. And they deal with what? They deal with what the Rockefellers have put out there to be taught in what is medicine, all right? Because when you got 9 times out of 10, when you go to the doctors, they never tell you to change your diet, or they never tell you stuff like that. They're patch workers, man. They'll sew up a hole. But they never really go into intricacies of what your body needs, because 9 times out of 10 with prayer and what you put in your body, you can heal yourself. You can heal cancer. You can heal all sorts of things, man. All right. Even that young girl, she's got ovarian cancer. Yeah. But she's now having to change her diet. She's obviously looking into these stuff, because Esau don't tell you these things. You got to really research that yourself. And once you do, you figure out that, look, man, these devils are lying, man. They're making us sick. So woe unto you, destruction unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us, man? Yeah, the Lord sees you, Yahweh B'Ashem Yahweh Shai, and that's why your system and your end is near. And the men of the Lord are prophesying against you. You wicked elite, and your end is near. This is what's happening here. All right, this is the end of an age, just like every other kingdom that there's been. All right, had its peaks. It had its beginnings, it had its peaks, and then it had its downfalls. And this is nothing but the downfall of the kingdom of the Edomites. All right? Salakia. Salakia. Yeah, this is nothing but the downfall of the kingdom of the Edomites, man, which is who? The so-called white man. This is the end of your world, Esau. Even it showed you that in the Apocalypto. Apocalypto was what? It was the end of the Israelites over there. What was really showing you the Aztec Empire. It was their end. And you saw it when they went into that city, when they captured those, they captured the smaller tribe and they took them to that Aztec city. The city was declining. People looked sick. The builders were all sick. It was the end of their time, basically. So they were doing them They were cutting people's hearts out to sacrifice, to supposedly sacrifice to the gods to keep their kingdom going, basically. That's what that was. But their civilization was coming to an end. And then it showed you later on in the movie, as you fast forward, what did it show you? It showed you the Edomites, the conquistadors coming to conquer them. So it was the end of their time. So that was the beginning of Esau and the new world, the conquest of the new world. That was the beginning of them taking the Americas. And now we're at the end of their system. Now we're living in a time where they're going down. All right. And the kingdom to rule is going to be the kingdom of Israel, man. Which are you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. All right. A righteous kingdom. Okay. So this is Obadiah 1 and 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hid things sought up? Yeah. How are the things of Esau searched out, man? The truth is the Lord's revealing these Edomites. Like he said, what did Paul say? He said in Thessalonians, until that man of sin be revealed, all right? That's what he said. Only he who now let will, basically, I'm roughly paraphrasing it, but until that man of sin be revealed. So we're in that time now. The man of sin has fully been revealed. We know that image of the so-called white man. No one's falling for that shit anymore. We know that who the world is, who he calls the J word, he don't look like you. You're just liars. People are starting to despise these Edomites. The world despising them. All right. In particular, the darker nations. The only friends Esau really has is who? It's really 2/3 of our people, man. Even the other nations can't stand Esau. Elam don't like him. Them Iranians, which are the Persians, they don't like them. Them Palestinians damn sure don't like these Edomites. The world's turning against them, man. So they're being searched out. How are the things of Esau searched out? And the main thing is, the Lord's got the men of the Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has the prophets out teaching throughout the four corners of the earth, like the Lord said. This truth shall be preached in the four corners of the earth, and then the end shall come. And we're in that time. So he's being searched out. He's being revealed. How are his hid things sought up? Yeah. What's part of the Esau's hid things? All the things, the poisons he's put in our foods, the chemtrails, the light, calling themselves the Ish people when they're not. All these lies are being exposed, hiding the dark icons of Europe. That's all being revealed. All right. The fact that Negroes ruled Europe, that's coming out. Esau puts these things out there. Not just Esau, it's the Lord doing it. But they revealing themselves also. Because even these so-called white people, these Edomites, they can't stand each other. Different factions of the Edomites, they can't stand each other, man. So it says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. That's the other nations. They were once at peace. They were rocking with Esau. Esau was on top. They were getting their cut from Esau. But guess what? The men that were at peace with thee, that's these other nations, the Ishmael, the Persians, the Iranians, your fellow brethren in Russia. They were the so-called white man was on top. The Japanese, the Asian countries, the Chinese, they were cool with you when he was on top because they were getting a piece of the pie. But now they're all getting fed up with you, man. In particular, America, which is Babylon the Great. The world's fed up of Babylon, man. So it says, the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Yeah, because they're ultimately gonna through the will of the Lord, they're gonna destroy Babylon, man. They're gonna help to fulfill the Lord's will, which is to destroy Babylon. All right. So it says, shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom and understanding out of the mount of Esau? Yeah, you ain't gonna have basically your witches and warlocks ain't gonna work. Your wise men that you once consulted, even now that's happening now. When you watch the TV, every time an Edomite politician or an Edomite scientist speak, straight away go on social media and people are mocking them. They're actually being mocked. Even the small hats, I've been seeing things on social media where they're just getting mocked. Their schnoz nose and all that. That big hook nose. Salakia, I don't want to, but that big schnoz that they have, I saw people on social media mocking them. That didn't happen years back. So they're being exposed, man. And whenever their so-called wise men come on TV and talk about how they're going to help the society, the world, everyone knows they're just full of shit. You go on social media, they're getting straight away, people are memeing them. So this is what's happening. Their wisdom ain't even working for them anymore. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom and the understanding out of the mount of Esau? And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau shall be cut off by slaughter. All right. And this is the judgment of the Edomites. All of them, every one of them. Ain't no Edomite gonna make it. From their wicked elites to the bottom of them, they're all gonna be put in slavery. All right. So to put it in the understanding, the highest level devil, the Rockefellers, Rothschilds, to a devil that's basically living on the street, man. They're all gonna be shackled up by Yahweh Shai upon his return. But that land, Babylon, which is America, Babylon the Great, is gonna be completely done away with, man. All right. Like I was even thinking about it, like pretty much so much wickedness is done in America. There is no help in it, man. Oh, that's the scriptures. We would have healed Babylon, but she cannot be healed, basically. She can't be healed. Meaning, you know what I mean? It's like, even if so-called good was to happen in America, let's say, yeah, which it ain't gonna. We know the prophecy. You know, so much wickedness has been done there. The people are so poisoned. The food's so poisoned. There is no fixing it. That's just immersed in the society. So the only way to fix that is the nuclear missiles. All right, the judgment day. So, you know, with that, I'm going to say all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the hopeful elect Akim that are teaching this word. Shalom, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hasham, Rucha Kodash. Shalom, shalom.